What is up, guys? Chance here. Welcome back to another video of Drug Dealer Simulator. The Endgame update. Now the Endgame update just finished, and what a long road ahead it was. If you don't know, in order to activate Endgame, you need to be level 36. Unlock the psychedelic gangs, so in order to incorporate into LSD, mushrooms, and DMT. And you also need to unlock Sector C with a construction site at the minimum. Now you can unlock every area before you do that endgame stuff, but it's not my tea. And also, you need Eddie to not stand outside his apartment to collect cash. While you need to go into your apartment and just like say you're going on a computer, just search up something. You have to do between 9 and 5, and you basically just open and close your laptop. So, but anyway, about my review. I love the idea of having an endgame. I mean, every story must come to an end, which leads to the next chapter, Drug Dealer Simulator, which hence is why Drug Dealer Simulator 2 is coming up in 2023. So I'm just excited for that one. Now, I would prefer now the laboratories. I love the laboratories idea. I mean, it's a great way to say like, oh yeah, you can get stuff for like you can just let them make your batches of drugs that you need. And if you don't know, I'll provide you. I'm gonna tell you guys what the list is. So marijuana plantation only works for marijuana. Amphetamine laboratory for amphetamine, ecstasy laboratory for ecstasy, meth lab is for crystal meth, cocaine import operations for cocaine, and heroin laboratories for heroin. Now, if you're wondering what about the psychedelic stuff and fentanyl? Well, you can actually buy them directly from Walter from the psychedelic gang, so I feel like that's neat tweakage because basically, where would the drugs go if Eddie's gone? And as far as the quest goes, it's so action packed. Like people saying like, oh, why not? Because I heard that when the game launched, they were complaining that the guns was supposed to be in the game. Well, guns did get into the game. It's just turned into chaos, and you cannot use guns, which I find like fascinating because basically you're a drug dealer simulator. You're a drug dealer in this drug dealer simulator world, and sometimes chaos happens. That sort of thing. Yeah, so it's really good. I love the quest line though. You need help? David Green, available to help you guys. And also, it takes into more like a detective mindset or a mafia mindset where if you haven't played Mafia is basically you're in like a gang or something, and then you're trying to develop a plan of course of action to rule your territories. This is what's going on here, and I love it because Drug Dealer Simulator, it's not just about selling drugs. It's about becoming a kingpin. It's about becoming the ruler of the ghetto, the ruler of territories, that sort of thing. So I love it. Now, the next thing was I mean, here's my suggestion. If you're gonna do the first two, because people think like, oh, you can do the first two, you just do more expensive ones, blah blah blah. I would do one on either coke. I would do one lab on cocaine or crystal meth, depending on who your actual gang is. So, like, say for example, if you're Kaiji, if you're in Kaiji gang, you want your production to be a meth lab. If you're at La Balena, you would want your production to be a cocaine import operation. That's our thing. The another one I would suggest, I say, okay, so I suggest that either you do one that's most known, or I would suggest you do amphetamine production as the next one, because the reason why, I'll tell you the reason why, is because one of the quests in the endgame quest, one, you will meet the person who always stands on the roof since the beginning of the game, and that is the jumper on 2 towers. And he wants you to get 100 amphetamine and pure and 10 cement. Since Eddie's no longer available to order amphetamine, then you would need to produce more. So that's everything. Good. Good, good, good. Next thing I would like to know is the fact that at the beginning of the game, like at the early stages of the game, you see like, oh wait, I saw an antenna. What's that for? Then you know at the end game quest, you need to hack the antennas, and and you will know exactly where they were. So, case in point. Next thing that I would like to mention is the gang stuff. So, the Lebalena gang has been nerfed real hard. You only get, I guess I played, and it took me a week in game to actually get another order from Lebalena. If I play with Kaiji, it'll be more frequent. The reason why is to balance it, because I know people will like Lebalena because they make more money. But I would see people like abusing the use of orders by Lebalena to immediately get him to quickly get money. That sort of thing. And so that, I feel like that's a good change. Now, as for the drugs handling, I say the drugs are really good, but I say next time I want to have every single drug available for all sectors, all territories, because that way everyone has taste. But if you limit to one, you will rarely get any orders. You can at least get like 0 orders. That's what I would like to change on that one, on the drug selection process. Because again, most people do cocaine, everyone do cocaine, who gets to do cocaine, and they make a lot more money. That sort of thing. Now, for the money laundering, if I want to make a suggestion, I know it's from the Uptown King update, but for the endgame update, if you do the money laundering, I suggest you try and get the money laundering early. So technically, just pay the cartel the money that you full amount of money if you owe, and whatever is left over will be put into the ATM or money laundering in the bank. That way you have cash on hand, cash in the bank for investments and that sort of thing. So that's my opinion on that one. Now, the last thing is after the end game is done, you get introduced to building a house. Now, the minutes that you're building a house, you're actually the minutes that you're building a house is that's immune to DA, which I love. Basically, it's just you need. I don't know. It's constantly just investing, putting into the bank. So, another suggestion for you guys is that before Endgame starts, I would suggest you try to put money into the bank and just keep updating. Just keep upgrading into the maximum level, which is level 15, which I have it here in my notes. You need to be level 16, you need to be a statewide casino chain. That costs $100,000, so 100K. Once you get maximum, you get a lot of money flowing into your bank, and yeah, you just keep doing what you need to do. It's the sort of thing. So I like that idea. I like it. I love it. That's something you have to keep in mind for that sort of thing. But yeah, the housing, I love it. I mean, if you haven't played House Flipper, you can make sense of how House Flipper works. Drug Dealer Simulator is the same thing, but except it costs laundering money. So I like how they tie in the Drug Dealer Simulator villa into the House Flipper, in which you're renovating. I love it. But yeah, anyway, I believe that's all the time I have. It's been a wild ride. Now, would I play Drug Dealer Simulator 2 when Drug Dealer Simulator 2 comes out and not play Drug Dealer Simulator? Absolutely, I would play Drug Dealer Simulator again. I would actually play both, because both of these are fun. And I got some pretty good ideas, so you have to stay tuned for that one. But yeah, you guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Drug and First videos. And yeah, more Drug Dealer Simulator content will be coming up soon. But as for now, this is the end, for now, of the Drug Dealer Simulator update series. And yes, the next update series, we will see you guys in Drug Dealer Simulator 2. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye!